everyone, this is Turnabout Samurai. I am Neni in the guise of Maya Faye, and we're now about to dig into the Ace Attorney anime once more. So, as you can probably tell from the way I'm talking, this episode, unlike the previous ones I've recorded, is scripted. I've decided to rely on scripts for these from now on, at least for a while, until I've learned how to sort my thoughts while talking. Editing my aimless ramblings in my unscripted videos so far has frankly been a pain, so I've decided that writing at least a rough script before recording each episode is really for the best for everyone. That said, off we go to discuss Turnabout Samurai, the third case in the Ace Attorney series, commonly referred to as 1-3 by the Ace Attorney fandom, and covered in the episodes 5 to 7 of the anime. The plot of this case is quickly explained. Will Powers, the suit actor behind Maya's favorite tokusatsu superhero, the Steel Samurai, is arrested for the murder of his fellow actor, Jack Hammer, and Phoenix gets roped into defending him. At first it looks like Powers really was the only person who had a chance to commit the crime, but as Phoenix unravels more and more secrets that had been hidden by the corrupt leadership of the network, by digging around and interacting with a couple more or less well-meaning fangirls and fanboys, Phoenix slowly manages to show that, by all common sense, Powers must have been framed. However, due to the initial trial system being unfairly stacked against the defendants, all this does nothing to secure a not guilty verdict for him, despite his obvious innocence. This circumstance seemingly causes Miles Edgeworth, Phoenix's rival prosecutor, to have a sudden change of heart. And teaming up with Phoenix during the cross-examination of the final witness, the two of them manage to corner the real culprit and turn the case around. After the case, Phoenix thanks Edgeworth for his help, to which Edgeworth responds with a line that is frankly quite infamous among the fangirls and has thankfully been retained in this adaptation without change.
おかげで私の中に余計な感情が蘇った。不安、そして迷いだ。
それは余計な感情じゃないだろう。
Then he tells Phoenix to never show his face to him again and leaves. The episode ends with hints about the shared past between Phoenix and Edgeworth, leaving the audience left in doubts regarding the two characters' real relationship. Right off the bat, I have to say that these 3 episodes continue the anime's trend of constant improvement of quality. The animation quality, while still not exactly stellar, has been increased to a level that I even dare call it acceptable, with certain scenes that require more attention than others being animated downright lovingly. Little details like the way Maya's hair moves when she does her usual quick movements, or the more fluent animation seen now with Edgeworth and Phoenix courtroom gestures really help sell the show as an adaptation of the games, and likewise, by now the show has stopped relying on using the same kind of framing and cinematography as the games, which allows it to slowly but surely come into its own. To top it all off, there was no distracting CGI whatsoever in any of these 3 episodes as far as I can remember, giving Turnabout Samurai the best animation out of all the 3 cases that have been adapted so far. Heck, they even stopped using CGI for the people in the gallery. I actually believe now that these people are actually in the same room as Nick and Co. I can only hope that the animation takes another huge leap for the better in the next episode, given Turnabout Goodbye's huge importance to the game's overall storyline. Honestly, that next case is one they really can't mess up if they want any credibility with the fanbase whatsoever. Of course, the score is still incredibly distracting, and the distinct lack of Maya's signature theme music leaves a sour taste in my mouth as well so far, but either I'm slowly getting used to it, or they are beginning to learn how to use their music in a way that actually befits the mood of a scene. I mean, really, I can't tell which it is. Am I getting numb, you guys? Is it just me? Oh well, in any case, I wasn't quite as distracted by the anime's music in this case compared to how distracted I was in the previous 2. The writing is still shining as a very skillfully put together game-to-show adaptation, albeit some problems with the limited time given by each episode are beginning to show through. Among the plot points and the scenes cut for time were a couple of conversations with Gumshoe that not only fleshed out Gumshoe's character further, allowing the player to see him as more than just an opponent mook, but also some tidbits about Edgeworth himself, as relayed by Gumshoe, which would really have helped building up for his great turnaround towards the end of the case. While the animation itself did a good job getting across the character's inner turmoil, and a little scene that we got between Edgeworth and Manfred from Karma, yeah, we'll get to that guy later, really was a great addition. It would still have been nice to have these little anecdotes that the game had in there. Likewise, the reveal of the accident at Studio 2 5 years ago came way too late into the anime, when the game had already started dropping hints about it much earlier and with much more frequency. In the anime, this part felt really rushed, and sadly, all mentions of Dee Wesker's personal emotions connected to the incident, the game hinted that she was either good friends or in a relationship with the actor who was killed in the accident, was omitted entirely, thinning out her motive considerably. Penny Nichols was another victim of the cutting room floor. A constant informant of Phoenix and Maya in the game, here she was reduced to a small non-speaking cameo at the beginning of the case. While I personally missed her since I always found her incredibly sympathizing to be rather endearing, I also know that she is by far the blandest and least important character to ever appear in the games, so it makes sense why she was cut from the script. Every purpose that she served in the original game could as well just have been filled by any other character, so taking her out to save time was probably a good decision. Another part from the original script that was cut were a good 40 minutes of Maya quite randomly channeling Mia in the original case. While the game tried to explain this occurrence with Maya being so panicked that her spiritual powers kicked in, the script itself really had nothing special happen there before the point that she actually channeled her that would have justified such a reaction from Maya. And she also showed up again at Kurt next day, so what the hell. While Mia's short time as Nick's assistant leads to some amusing banter between the two of them, it is mostly used to have Mia bribe a little boy with her presence, and does not lead to much that could not or rather should not have been accomplished without her. Honestly, this whole section of the case felt quite unneeded and honestly anticlimactic for me, and served no other purpose than to thin out the aura of wisdom and power that Mia has almost every other time she appears, with some exceptions, so I was quite glad that they cut it out. Maya's short mention of her sister's catchphrase towards the end of the case and its application to Dee Wesker's own situation seemed a lot more fitting to me, so I give the anime great kudos for that decision here. Generally, a lot of the changes made to the script this time around were seriously for the better, and similar to how Marvin Rosberg was treated by the anime's adaptation of Turnabout Sisters, these 3 episodes really cast a far more favorable light on the characters of Wendy Oldback and especially Cody Hackens than the game ever did, with Oldback actually showing considerably more sympathy for Phoenix's goals and ideals, and Cody outright becoming an ally of Phoenix and Maya who indirectly helps them stall for time. Cody, who was portrayed as a delusional little boy in the game, generally seems a lot more likable and lovable in this, and it's really not just him. In the original game, most of the characters introduced in this case were exaggerated fandom stereotypes, with Penny Nichols being a collecting fangirl, Wendy Oldback being a celebrity-admiring fangirl, Cody Hackens is quite obviously a child fanboy, and Salmonella is a man-child geek. Salmonella. Out of these 4 characters, only Penny was portrayed in a favorable light, and she had, well, about as much personality as a bag of sugar-free cotton candy. In the anime, even with Penny out of the picture, all these negative portrayals of fan culture are weakened considerably, with Oldback and Cody being a lot more sympathetic and human as characters without changing their base personalities, and Salmonella's role being reduced to a bare minimum, thank goodness. Likewise, Phoenix is actually shown getting into watching Steel Samurai himself, something that he's been confirmed to do later in the games, even if it is never really shown on screen there. So this was really a nice touch. Similarly, I really loved how the one good line Mia had in this case in the game was transferred over to Phoenix here. It really did leave a much better impact this way.
殿様の決め台詞言ってごらん。
正しきを貫き悪を打つ。
そう、強いから勝つんじゃない。正しいから勝つんだ。正しいことのため命を懸けて戦う。それが殿様の生き様なんだ。だから君も正しいことから目をそらしちゃダメだ。
Portraying fan culture so much more positively here was really a good move on part of the anime staff, seeing how offending their own core audience was probably never a good idea to begin with. I mean, seriously, Takumi? What in the world were you thinking back in the year 2000? Who did you think was going to buy your game if not fans, pray tell? Mystical forest spirits, maybe? Huh? Anyway, with Turnabout Samurai never exactly being one of the highlights of the game to begin with, the many changes and cuts made to it honestly did a lot more good than they did harm in this case, leaving me very positively surprised. In fact, the final trial portion of this case was probably the first time the anime has actually managed to make me feel emotion independently from my attachment to the game so far, with Cody Hacken's outburst towards the end of the case being actually really heartbreaking. Similarly, Edgeworth's change of heart was handled masterfully, with several lines of his that were taken directly from the game being put to perfectly fitting visuals here.
異議あり。
なんですか、美杉検事。
異議を唱える間に質問が思いつくかと思ったが、何も思い浮かばなかった。とりあえず異議を申し立てる。
とりあえず却下します。
So all in all, yeah. So what if Penny was cut? So what if the music still sort of sucks here and there? So what if an entire trial day was cut and the initial trial system's explanation has not been brought up yet? The Ace Attorney anime episodes 5 through 7 are, without doubt, the best ones the anime has to offer so far, and they're honestly making me look forward to what is to come this weekend. That said, I still find the timeline of the anime a little odd. Like, they also changed this case from taking place in October in the original game to taking place in May in the anime, yet from the previews of the next episode, the next case still appears to be happening in December, just like it happened in the game, somehow. I wonder how they're going to explain that huge time gap away here, but oh well. Anyway, this is Neni Line. I'm really looking forward to the next episode. Give me a like, subscribe, or share this video if you like my thoughts on it, because that really helps me out, you guys. Believe me. That's it from me for now. I'll see you soon. So yeah,